Unless you're hiding $1 million in the walls, simply closing the blinds and locking the door before leaving for a trip is probably enough to keep the burglars at bay. You might give home security a lot more thought if you were extremely famous or wealthy, however. In this video, we're taking a look at the 10 most highly guarded, highly protected houses in the world. 1. The KWK Safe House. This Polish home was built by KWK Proms architects to withstand nearly any end-of-the-world scenario. The entire structure is made of the toughest concrete and is surrounded by a thick protective shield of custom-made iron. The compound, which looks like a futuristic house by day, transforms into an impenetrable block at night thanks to the concrete and iron barriers. This home appears to be well-equipped to even fend off a zombie invasion. The cube-shaped structure can be sealed off into a solid block, providing maximum security. However, in its unrestricted form, the house is surprisingly bright and airy, with numerous windows, terraces, and balconies that flood the interior with natural light and provide direct access to the outdoors. Almost the entire exterior of the home is made up of floor-to-ceiling windows. 2. The Rice House. Although the Rice House in Atlanta, Georgia promotes itself as a presidential diplomatic compound, it remains unclear whether any sitting presidents or foreign dignitaries have ever actually stayed there. The political value of the structure is irrelevant. Fact is, the Rice House is among the safest places in the United States. At first glance, the structure appears to be a standard billionaire's mansion. In addition to the standard extravagances of the wealthy, infinity pools, private bowling alleys, a massive car vault, the Rice residence is packed to the gills with ludicrous hidden security measures. Because, as their website puts it, one cannot defeat what cannot be seen. All of those security measures are subtly integrated into the building design. 3. Buckingham Palace. The King of England's central London home is one of the safest places on earth. The palace was built in 1703, but in 2023, the security measures are higher than ever. Buckingham Palace is a truly magnificent residence, with its 775 rooms, over 1,500 doors, and over 700 windows. The horse guards from the British Army are on duty around the clock at the billion-dollar palace to protect the king and his family. To keep the royal family safe from possible terrorist attacks, panic rooms have been installed in various parts of the palace. These cells are so secure that they're constructed out of steel that's 18 inches thick. Before his passing, Prince Philip reportedly had issues with some of the precautions taken to protect the palace. In fact, he refused to ever enter any of the panic rooms. Why bother with panic rooms when the army are stationed all over the building? 4. Ryongsan Residence. Kim Jong-un resides in one of the safest places on earth, a building in the northern reaches of Pyongyang known as the Central Luxury Palace, or simply Residence 55 by North Koreans. About 4.6 square miles are occupied by the entirety of the complex. The compound has its own minefield to deter intruders in addition to the usual features, such as round-the-clock security guards and a deadly electric fence. The house is part of a network of the dictator's residences in Pyongyang, all of which are linked by underground tunnels and can be reached simultaneously in the event of an attack. If the intruder somehow manages to get past the gates and the guards, he will still be met with a spray of toxic chemicals that are released into the air when the alarm goes off. 5. The Corby House. Al Corby, a security expert, built the Rice House that we mentioned earlier. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that his own house in the Hollywood Hills is one of the most heavily guarded structures on the planet. Even though the house looks like any other multi-million-dollar home in the neighborhood thanks to the white artwork covering its walls, you would never know that this is one of the world's most secure houses. Biometric recognition software opens the front door for a selected few, and the building's 30-foot deep concrete foundation makes it safe from earthquakes. The Corby family is totally safe inside their home because it contains another, smaller house that is even more difficult to break into. The bedrooms are located in a separate 2,500 square foot area that is more secure than the rest of the house and is designed to withstand a direct hit from a ballistic missile. 4. The Bill Gates Residence. Bill Gates, one of the most infamous tech billionaires and the former richest man in the world, has taken full advantage of his position to construct one of the safest homes in Washington, D.C. In addition to security cameras and heat detectors, the Gates residence's location in a grove of trees and plants provides privacy from the paparazzi. In order to operate the home's heating and electrical systems, guests must wear a special pin. 7. The White House. Whoever the leader is at the time, the administration do their utmost to ensure the safety of the president and his family while they're residing inside America's most famous residence. Security agencies are always on guard at the White House. The no-fly zone in force around the White House keeps planes and helicopters away from one of America's most important homes. The White House's iron fence can withstand an inside and outside hit from any vehicle. Additional safety features include body scanners, bulletproof windows, radars, and infrared sensors. 8. The Fairfield Estate. It's safe to assume that the security at this billionaire's mansion, which reportedly cost $248 million to construct, is top-notch. Fairfield was constructed in 2003 in the Hamptons and currently belongs to Ira Rennert, a junk bond financier. The world's wealthiest people socialize and vacation at this massive private mansion with its 21 bedrooms. The estate is one of the most heavily guarded properties due to the approximately $500 million worth of artwork housed there. A high-tech gate allows only approved visitors inside. There are also bulletproof glass windows and 100 security cameras. 9. The Tardigrade House. This spot is protected from the elements in every possible way. Tardigrade House was built with security in mind, taking its design cues from the microscopic animals widely held to be the most resilient on the planet. The house was constructed from styrofoam and concrete blocks to make it fireproof, waterproof, and soundproof. Water jets have been installed in case of fire that even extend to the neighboring houses. Every floor of this house has panic rooms installed, just in case. 10. Formerly Kim and Kanyes' super secure mansion. Before they split, the former Mr. and Mrs. West's California home was more like a fortress than the kind of castle you'd expect them to have lived in. It's understandable that the famous couple would take precautions to protect their home after Kim was the victim of a terrifying heist in Paris in October 2016. They even have armed guards patrol the area around the clock. To ensure maximum safety, no one was allowed inside without first being screened by the security guards or agreeing to a full pat-down. Thieves were deterred by storing all jewelry elsewhere. The finishing touch was a security pod in the garage that was staffed around the clock. That's the 10 most safe and secure homes on planet Earth. Have any of these locations given you inspiration for your home? If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel. We make several videos a week on the world's richest and most prosperous subjects.